When you're trying to lose weight with the energy of fighting against the fat or fighting against your body or being at war with yourself, you just cannot get where you're trying to go because you want to lose the weight so that you can feel good, yet all of your efforts make you feel horrible, right? They make you feel bad. If you're somebody who feels like you are constantly struggling with your food, with your body, and with your weight, then I really want you to watch this entire video, okay? Because it's going to be very helpful. If you feel like you're the hardest worker in the room, like you've done all of the things, right? You've tried all the diets, you've read all the books, you've done the meal plans, you've listened to the experts, you've watched the videos, and still it seems like your weight will not budge, or even more perhaps annoying, it feels like it continues to go up, then I'm going to explain to you why it's going to be important to shift your focus, okay? I'm going to explain to you why it's important to stop keeping a chronic focus on weight loss, and I'm going to explain what would be more helpful for you to do instead. But first, if you're new here, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dani Spies. I am a life, wellness, and weight loss coach, and I help women over 40 take a kind, sane, sustainable approach to permanent weight loss without the rules and restrictions of traditional dieting. So if that's something that resonates with you and you would like to learn more about, be sure to head down to the description box below and download my free 3-part mind-body weight loss training series, okay? It's there, it's available. If you're interested, go ahead and grab it. Now, I know that many of you are here watching my videos because you want to lose weight. So it may seem like contradictory advice for me to tell you to stop trying to lose weight right now or to take your focus off of losing weight. But I do this because if you are somebody who's been at this for some time, meaning you've been trying to lose weight for months or for years and you haven't had any success, then it is very likely that your weight loss efforts are actually exacerbating exactly what you don't want, and that is the extra weight on your body. You see, what happens is oftentimes when you're trying to lose weight, but you're having little success, you start to put all of your attention on what you're not wanting, right? I'm not wanting all this extra weight on my body. I'm not wanting the number that I see on the scale, right? Your thoughts go to all the modalities that you're trying that do not work, or they go to the idea that no matter what you do, it just won't allow you to lose weight. And the problem with that is when we focus on fat or we focus on what is not working, this is what we're going to get more of. All of our attention starts to be drawn to the negative aspects of this experience, and that begins to blossom and grow. And no matter how hard we try, we feel like we cannot get out of this cycle. What you have to see is that resistance is the main reason that most diets and most meal plans do not work, right? This is what keeps us feeling like we're right outside of the box of making the forward progress that we are trying to make with our weight loss plans, right? There's a lot of resistance that starts to build on the journey. And it feels like the harder you try, the worse it gets. If that is at all relatable, take a moment and like this video just to let me know that we're on the same page here. Now, the reason that you want to lose weight is because on some level you believe it's going to make you feel happier. But if your approach to weight loss makes you feel less happy, then you are automatically going to be pulled in the opposite direction of where you're trying to go, right? Which is happiness and weight loss. And this is going to create a contradiction within you, right? And that is going to create resistance on your journey. And not to be so cliche, but let us not forget that whatever we resist persists. The tricky thing that can happen with weight loss is that when you want something, but you're also acutely aware of the fact that you do not presently have it, right? This can bring up a feeling of lack, and this can strengthen thought patterns and emotional states that align with the opposite of what you actually want, right? If you want to lose weight and feel happier, that is one state of being. That's a positive, happy, uplifted energy. But if you're feeling frustrated and overwhelmed and defeated, that is the opposite of what you're actually trying to achieve. When you're trying to lose weight with the energy of fighting against the fat or fighting against your body or being at war with yourself, you just cannot get where you're trying to go because you want to lose the weight so that you can feel good, yet all of your efforts make you feel horrible, right? They make you feel bad. What we have to think about doing is taking action from a place of joy and love and kindness and curiosity. But instead, we usually take actions that we don't want to do or that we do not feel good about doing, right? We try to follow strict meal plans. We go on extreme diets. We do exercise we don't want to do. And this points you in the opposite direction of feeling good. And it's not sustainable, right? This is the reason why you cannot maintain it. It's not because you're crazy. It's because you're in this constant inner contradiction all the time. There's this resistance that builds up. And if you are somebody that turns to food to help relax or regulate emotions or create a sense of ease, when that tension gets high and you need a little break, the first thing you're going to want to do is turn for a snack. The actions that you are continuously taking to try to lose weight don't feel good to you, right? If they don't feel a little bit interesting or a little bit exciting or a little bit motivating, then you're not going to want to do them and you're not going to feel like you can make progress with your weight loss goals, right? So if any of this resonates with you, I want to invite you to take a break from trying to lose weight for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, okay? I want you to shift your focus and just put weight loss on the shelf for a little while. Because in order to start to release some of the resistance that you have around your current weight, you have to begin to find ways to ease the tension. Real, true, sustainable weight loss is going to come, it's going to happen because you love yourself and you want yourself to feel good. It does not come from a place of hating yourself and loathing yourself and wanting to make yourself different or believing that you need to fix yourself. You don't need to be fixed. What we need to do is find a way to meet ourselves in the present moment, exactly as we are, and to be willing to show up in that space with a desire to care for ourselves, to love ourselves, and to nourish ourselves, even if we are not at our preferred weight just yet. And can you see how many people do the exact opposite of this, right? We tell ourselves that our bodies are not good or our bodies are not acceptable and therefore we're not good and we're not acceptable. And then so what do? We take a bunch of punishing actions to try to change this. We put ourselves on these very extreme diets or these very difficult meal plans or exercise routines. And instead of giving ourselves the grace and the space to meet ourselves and baby step our way to progress in a way that really feels good for us, we kind of come at it all with this desperation to change. And that desperation is just fueled with this negative energy that creates a lot of resistance. And remember, as humans, we're designed to go towards what feels good. So if you're trying to do things that are beyond your means, if you're trying to do something that is too strict or, feels like deprivation and restriction, and just like something that you don't want to do or you don't feel ready to do, you're not going to be able to do it. And you're certainly not going to be able to maintain it. And this is what makes us feel like we're jumping from diet to diet or like we're constantly yo-yo dieting. So here's what I want to invite you to do instead, okay? Step one, as we've already mentioned, we're going to put losing weight on the shelf for 30, 60, 90 days, right? We're just taking a break. We are not quitting. We're not giving up. We are just shifting our focus for 30, 60, 90 days. Then step two, I want you to grab a pen and to grab your journal, and I want you to answer or journal through the following questions, okay? If weight loss was simply not an option, what do I believe that I would do or could do to take really amazing care of myself, okay? What would feel most like love? What would feel most like nourishment? What does my body want or need from me? If my body could talk to me, what would she say? What would she want me to know? Okay, so if you need to, pause the video, write those questions down. Okay, and I want you to take some time answering these and working through these in your journal. Okay, notice what comes up. Notice the wisdom that already lives inside of you. What discoveries did you make through this exercise? Okay, and then once you write this all out, I want you to revisit it. Take a look at it. What suggestions did you discover that you are not currently doing? Is there anything that you can begin to practice? And or is there anything you can begin to let go of? Okay, this is like your DIY game plan. And you don't need another expert to get you there. You need to start to go inside and listen and connect to yourself, because you know the right next step. And then the third and final step I want you to consider is, as you go about your day, I want you to check in with yourself. And I want you to try to catch yourself anytime you're telling yourself what you should or should not be doing. Right? You should eat this, you shouldn't have that, don't have the carbs, you should go to the gym, whatever it is. Whenever you catch yourself telling yourself what you should do, I want you to pause and reframe that sentence. And instead of telling yourself, I want you to ask yourself, what would you like to do? What would you like to do? Okay, you can pause, you can say hello, and you can even say, what would you like to do? You can make it you, or you can make it like you're speaking with your body. You can ask yourself, what would you like to eat right now? What sounds good to you? What feels or sounds most like love? What would feel most like nourishment? This is a great question to help guide you towards a really high level of self-care. And you're gonna notice, sometimes it may be the salad and sometimes it might be the cookie. This is the relationship that I want to encourage you to cultivate with yourself, right? So in order to do that, we need to let go of the end goal, right? That's why we're shelving weight loss for a little while, and we're shifting our focus on how can I best take care of myself in this moment, meeting myself in each moment throughout the day and checking in and getting better at communicating and being in relationship with self, so you understand what you need and you're able to bring what you need to yourself. Because the false promise with weight loss is that once we get there, then we're going to be all of the things and we're going to show up for ourselves in all of the ways. But this is just never true, right? The only opportunity we ever have is right now. It's in this very moment. So the practice has to become, how do I get better at showing up for myself in the here and now? And so that is the shift, right? We're putting weight loss on the shelf and we are shifting our focus into heightened self-care, self-love, and self-nourishment in each moment of each day, while releasing the need to be anything different. And I would just be really curious to hear and see how that plays out for you. So as always, I am extremely curious to hear your thoughts, your questions, your experiences, your aha moments. So as always, come on down to the comment section and let's chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you back here next week with another video. Cheers.